Hi, I'm Claire Tompkins, the Clutter Coach, and this is the Organize Your Life podcast. In every podcast, I'll talk about an organizing, decluttering, productivity, or time management concept, and I'll tell you why it's important. I'll include an action step at the end so you can start practicing right away, all in just 5 minutes. My specialty is chunking down these big topics so they aren't overwhelming. That's the concept for the podcast, too. I'm now done with the material from my first book, 52 Simple Ways to Get Organized. If you want the book, you can find it on my website or on Amazon. And you can view the show notes for this podcast on my blog. If you have questions or would like me to talk about a particular topic, just shoot me an email at claire@cluttercoach.net. I would love to hear from you. Keep in touch by getting on my mailing list. It's under the Free Stuff tab on my website, cluttercoach.net. Okay, here we go. This is podcast 112, and it's about habit development. I recently started coaching through an app called Coach Me. That's coach.me if you want to look it up online. Their approach is to focus on creating small daily habits. The daily part is key. If you can do your new positive habit even for just a minute every day, that's better than doing just an hour a week. Once you get momentum with doing whatever it is every day, you can progress to improving the quality or time you spend. It's a big deal to form a new habit. Anything that crowbars you out of your rut takes energy to get started, to overcome that inertia. That's partly why it's totally fair to start your habit small. That minute you spend every day creates the initial push that will soon develop momentum, like rolling a boulder. This is a great way to form a habit that you may be resisting because it seems too daunting. But anybody can do something for just 1 minute a day. It's important at this stage not to dwell on progress. You're just developing consistency. Consistency is what makes habits so easy. They become automatic, meaning you don't have to spend time and energy on them. You don't have to feel motivated to do them. It's as if you've offloaded some work onto a robot that does it for you, freeing up your attention for more important things. Consistency is the foundation you need before you can add to your habit. I've talked before about setting up your environment to support a new habit. Common examples are to lay your exercise clothes out the night before so you're ready to hit the treadmill in the morning, or stocking your fridge with healthy food if you're trying to lose weight. I'm a big believer in positive motivation. If I have to do something or must do something, I immediately feel an internal tightening up, a resistance to it. You're not the boss of me. Unfortunately, we often think of habits we want to develop as being ways to start doing things we don't really want to do, or stop doing things we like to do, like eat food. The trick here is to structure your habit to entice you, to make it something you actively want to do. I recently developed the habit of meditating every morning. I use a timer that includes a gong sound at the beginning and end. I love the sound of that gong. It feels calming and centering to me, and it makes me look forward to sitting down to meditate. If you want to get better with your to-do list, you could write it with a special pen that makes you happy. You could use a special pad. If you use an app, you can often change the colors on the screen and move things around to suit you. Do what you can to make it yours and to make it appealing. Back in podcast 82, I talked about piggybacking your habits. That means pairing the new habit you want to create with one you already have. This could mean building a morning routine or inserting one more thing into your routine. My meditation session occurs after I feed my cat Lars. That sequence is important because for the most part it keeps Lars from running around and jumping on my lap while I meditate. My morning routine begins with opening the living room shade, feeding Lars, and then sitting for my meditation. Note that the paired habit does not have to be related to what you want to add. I've talked previously about finding interstices of time. I mentioned that in podcast 33. Interstices are gaps between events, places where you transition from one activity to the other. One of them is coming home from work. You probably have a little routine already. You put your bag down, your keys down, hang up your coat or jacket, take off your shoes, maybe put on slippers. After that, maybe you go to the kitchen to figure out dinner or look at the newspaper or chat with your family. The interstice happens after the slippers part. Before moving on to dinner prep or whatever it is, you have a small period of time that you can expand a bit to add a habit. The habit could be going to the bedroom to put away clothes and make the bed, as I suggest in my book, 5 Minutes to a Relaxing Bedroom. It could be taking 10 minutes to review your day at work and jot some notes or even make a to-do list for tomorrow. Then you proceed on to the next thing. You could also push it further back and have your gap be between leaving work and arriving home. Start thinking of this time as expandable, a place where you can fit errands on the way home. In this example, the habit is not so much the shopping or the errands, but regularly asking yourself if there's an errand you can do before you get home. This is a great way to avoid the "honey, you forgot the milk again" scenario. Those are 6 tips to help you make some good habits. Here they are again. Do it daily. Start small. Set up your environment. Make it pleasing. Pair it with an existing habit. And find time gaps. Mix and match. Try them all. January is over, but it's never too late to improve your life for the better. What you can do right now. It's easiest to begin with the first 2, a small habit that you commit to doing every day. Let yourself do just that, for as long as it takes to become consistent. Hey, thanks for listening. I'm Claire Tompkins, the Clutter Coach. If you like the show, I'd love it if you'd leave a rating and review in iTunes. You can subscribe, too, so the podcast will be ready and waiting for you to listen to it. The show is available on SoundCloud and Stitcher as well. And you'll find the show notes on my blog at www.cluttercoach.net. And again, please come visit me on livecoach.io and get that gift certificate while the offer lasts. LiveCoach offers a money-back guarantee after your first month, so there's no risk. See you next time.